Good morning, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey, and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is our Sunday edition, September 25th, 2011, of the Daily Video Forecast discussion. Start the Sunday broadcast off with the U.S. Geological Survey's Water Watch product. This is a map of real-time stream flow of all the rivers and streams in the northern New Jersey area. And this map is current as of this morning, probably just after 8 o'clock or 8:30 this morning, just before the broadcast here. The little dots here in blue represent all the actual rivers here in northern New Jersey and all the way actually into the Delaware River and into central and southern New Jersey. Any areas that are in blue are estimated to be between 500 and 600% above normal mean of water. And the actual mean flow doesn't mean that the cubic feet per second. This is how fast the water is going to be flowing through these streams. Now, we're not looking at any stream or river flooding today. In fact, we're probably not looking much of any precipitation in the New Jersey area this afternoon. But this gives you an idea of just how saturated and full the riverbeds are here in northern New Jersey in a graphical form. Starting things out as the sun rises this morning, this is the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Weather Forecast Office's visible satellite loop overlaid with some parameters here. Temperatures this morning in the upper 60s to right around 70, just about every location to the east, the north, the west, and the south. And as the sun comes up here, in this satellite imagery, you can see that there are breaks in the clouds here, and that's because there's weak high pressure just to the north between the system that's off the coast, our frontal boundary that lies just nearly stationary just offshore, and our big cutoff low away from this picture across the upper Great Lakes. And zooming out to the eastern United States water vapor loop, quite a big picture going on here. Areas of red, high pressure off the mid-Atlantic coast and southeast Atlantic coast, a big plume of tropical moisture along a stationary boundary, some convection, and a lot of rain here. Precipitable water values are nearly 200 or 300% above normal mean off the coast of Florida, all the way into the Atlantic, and the cloud structure streaming well north and east to upper-level divergence through southern New England. Now, back in here through the upper Great Lakes, we find our cutoff low, which is separated from the polar jet stream flow here, and that's over Wisconsin and Illinois, and it continues to spin and kind of retrograde westward, and this is allowing an area of high pressure to build in along the southern New England coast and down into New York State this morning, courtesy of upper-level convergence, upper-level confluence develops high pressure in the wake between the two systems. We have high pressure here off the southeast Atlantic coast, high pressure developing and driving down through the upper Midwest, and in between that a stream here of tropical flow from the Caribbean all the way into southeastern New England and then offshore, and then an upper level low across Illinois, retrograding westward. Upper level confluence builds surface high pressure, so that's why the satellite imagery is showing some breaks this morning with some sunshine, but it doesn't matter because it's still generally going to be a mostly cloudy day. Northeast sector National Weather Service radar mosaic shows the stalled out frontal boundary just about near or offshore northern New Jersey down through the Delmarva. First batch of rain moving out to south and east of southeastern Long Island, and another batch remaining over the ocean just exiting the Virginia Capes and the Carolinas, and then moving northeast further out to sea. So today we're really not going to anticipate much of a change in the frontal structure here, so we're really not anticipating that much rainfall between the two systems. What's going on here in the big picture? This is from WeatherBank Incorporated. This is the upper level pattern, the jet stream pattern. We can see that, first of all, we have that big cutoff low here across meandering around the Great Lakes. It's finally going to get kicked out by an upper level trough developing south of the Aleutian Islands. This is going to carve a large ridge in the center of the nation and push this upper trough out of the way, this upper low out of the way, and open up into an open trough, and then finally off the east coast. But it's going to take quite some time before that happens. In fact, it may not happen until Wednesday night or even Thursday. But notice how, as this upper ridge builds here across the Central Plains, a deep trough develops in the means across the northeastern United States. And that has to be because we can't have two things that are similar. So if we have an upper trough for conservation of mass south of the Aleutian Islands developing, we have a ridge in the center of the nation and a downstream trough across the northeast. That means that later this week into early next weekend, some very chilly but brighter weather will be coming into the northeast. It's actually going to feel like fall by next weekend. Surface analysis and forecast charts now from the National Weather Service. Here is our confluence building high pressure across the upper Great Lakes into northern New England. Here's our stationary front this morning. Some precipitation across the outer banks of the Carolinas and then northeast out into the ocean. Not expecting any major precipitation here today. We'll have generally a cloudy day, some sunny breaks as well as high pressure tries to nose in the mid and surface levels, tries to dry the air out just a little bit. We're still going to have a plume of moisture and basically tropical influences with a trough lying all the way from the Carolinas to just offshore of Florida. As we get into the forecast for this afternoon, a nearly stationary front here. Surface wave develops over the Virginia Capes, but probably keeping most of the precipitation south and east. The areas that would be watched would be around the Delmarva Peninsula, extreme southern New Jersey, and then out into the waters south and east of New York City proper into Long Island, and then Connecticut. Notice high pressure still trying to wedge in here across southern New England. As we get through the morning hours, our stationary front, there's our one low surface area wave of low pressure along that front moves further east. And generally a cloudy night, some fog, high pressure still trying to nose in and maintain itself in the upper level confluence here across southern New England. And here's our big cutoff low, meandering still across the Ohio Valley all the way into the deep south with a frontal structure. Just waves of low pressure moving along this. So this is a focal area of precipitation showers and embedded thunderstorms in there, but it's still cut off from the flow and nothing is between this system and high pressure off the coast. And so it's just going to be a couple of muggy days with on and off showers around here, but mainly dry for today and tonight. And the soupy, muggy air will continue over the forecast area tomorrow as well. In the morning, our frontal structure pushes a little bit further offshore with another wave of low pressure south and east of Long Island, so there could be some light rain or even drizzle fog in these locations here, but generally dry across the Delmarva and the northern mid-Atlantic. High pressure still nosing in, weak high pressure. There could be some fog and some drizzle generally in the overnight to early morning hours. Our frontal structure out west with our upper level low still cut off across the Great Lakes, and by the time we get into the afternoon hours on Monday, frontal structure remains off the coast, and basically there's still that cutoff low, so we might even get into a little bit more sunshine tomorrow after some fog and drizzle burns off, and temperatures are still going to be quite uniform to where they are right now, generally running in the 70s with dew points in the upper 60s and lower 70s, and just very muggy, uncomfortable air, but no real main weather to talk about. And finally, checking out the tropics. This is from the Weather Underground's tropical weather maps here. The Wonder Maps. We can find Tropical Storm Philippe coming off of Africa. It's a tropical depression expected to gain a little ground into a tropical storm, but stay well away from any land mass areas. And also we had Tropical Storm Ophelia, and it's expected to become, as of Friday, September 30th, it will still be well off the coast as a very weak tropical storm. So these are recurving back into the ocean, and we're not expecting any major tropical development in this area, although the tropical development itself can help change the upper atmospheric pattern across northeastern America. And that is something that we'll probably be looking at when we deal with the long-range forecast going into the next couple of weeks as fall continues. So today will generally be a cloudier day. There will be some breaks of sunshine this Sunday afternoon. Temperatures holding in the low to the mid-70s. More sunshine expected tomorrow with the frontal system a little bit further offshore. Morning fog, maybe some drizzle, and then a partly sunny sky. Could get out to either side of 80. Still can't rule out a shower or a thunderstorm on Tuesday, especially Tuesday night as the upper low moves closer to the area. Another area of waves develop along that area, move into our region. Tuesday night and Wednesday, a shower, perhaps a thunderstorm again, scattered in nature. We'll just have to do this day by day, folks. Temperatures continuing in the 70s to around 80. Now, as we get to Thursday, there'll be more sunshine, but the temperatures are going to start coming down through the 70s and into the 60s. And by Saturday, with lots of sunshine next weekend, it's going to really be a refreshing change for October the 1st. We're talking temperatures here nearly only at 60 degrees. And that could be a high estimate with a lot of sunshine and bright blue skies for next weekend. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a good Sunday, and we'll visit you again bright and early tomorrow morning on Monday.